Well, good morning. Welcome to Agape. All we do at Agape is we talk about love. We try to come to a better understanding of what love is. Martin Luther King said love is the awareness and acceptance of our wholeness. No, that is, starting all over. Good morning. Welcome to Agape, where all we do is talk about love. I define love as the awareness and acceptance of our wholeness. Basically, what it means is it's the opposite of judgment. In other words, you're willing to accept yourself as you are, as an individualized expression of the infinite. And so at Agape, we practice the science of mind. Science of mind basically says your thoughts create. Goes right in line with Jesus. Jesus says what? It is done unto you as you believe. All the great masters talk about the law of cause and effect. They talk about karma. It's all about the law of cause and effect. On top of that, we practice Buddhism. We talk about Zen. We talk about accepting things as they are, because you cannot change what's happened. But how you perceive it, you can change. And then when you can accept things as they are, and you allow them to move through you, you don't store them. So what it does is you live free to create every moment in your life without the past interfering with it. And so we'll get into a bit of that today. But before we do, let's take a few moments and allow ourselves to center so that we can hear the message a little bit clearer. So I invite you to come into a comfortable seated upright position. Your back is straight. Hands gently rest on your lap. Go ahead and take a long, slow, deep breath in through your nose. And now a full exhale through your mouth, letting go all stress and all tension. Again, breathe in love and peace, and breathe out judgment and fear. And one more time, breathing in infinite wisdom, and as you breathe out, feel yourself go deeper and deeper into relaxation. Now return to normal rhythmic breathing. And visualize that you walk into a room. It's a beautiful room, simple, elegant. And there in the front is a canvas, empty, perfect. And in front of the canvas is a brush and every color you could imagine. And the second you walked in that room, all the skills of a great painter, an artist with huge imagination became your skills. And so now you open your heart up and ask, who is it I want to be today? And how do I want to use that to create my day? And now, with intention, see yourself picking up that brush and observe yourself creating your perfect you. Picture yourself with all the qualities that you want. Love, peace, wisdom, joy, compassion, empathy, abundance, loving, caring relationship. See your brush create that image. More importantly, the image is not the most important thing. It's the energy of the image. And now, on the canvas, create all the things you're going to do today. Almost like you're creating a movie. You're living it. You're breathing it. You're feeling it. You're experiencing it. You're juiced about that movie. And because you've got this magic skill that's always been yours, you can step back now and observe the canvas that you've painted for this day. And as you observe it, ask, is there anything missing that I really want? And if there is, pick up the brush and see it in the canvas. And now look at the canvas again. If there's something in the canvas that you don't want there now, that's not serving you, go ahead, pick up the brush, and the brush will immediately paint over something that you want. And now, as you behold the masterpiece, you step into the painting and you allow yourself to become this magnificent expression of life. The uniqueness of the divine expressing as only you can. And you feel a sense of comfort, a sense of ease, a sense of power, self-empowerment and self-worth, because you have claimed your life back. The life of freedom, the life of being a creator, the life of being an experiencer of the creation that you've created. And it is good. And so fill your heart with gratitude, because in gratitude, you know that it's the greatest prayer, and you know that this will now be your experience going forward. So from there, start to come back into the body, into the mind, into this time and place, right here, right now. Move your fingers, your toes, and when you're ready, gently open your eyes and come back to this time and place. After I gave last week's talk, one of my community members pointed out to me, they said, you didn't talk about the idea of regret very long. You didn't go into depth about that. And I paused and I thought about it and I realized the reason I didn't go into regret is because I had worked through all those issues. Or I think I have, let's put it that way. I've looked at my life and done that, but then I realized, wait, he brought up a great point. Most people haven't dealt with the regrets. So today I want to talk about it. And as far as regrets go, let me just say this. It's a weight that you no longer need to carry. You see, regret is the past's way of stealing the present. The only question we have is, will you keep handling it? Will you keep handing it your life? That's right. Are you going to let the regrets have power over you? So let's get into this. Let's be honest first. Everyone has regrets. Their words not spoken, choices not made, mistakes that hurt. You know what I'm talking about. There was a girl in high school I wanted to ask out. And I was so scared. I didn't, and I regretted later on that I didn't ask that person out. Then I had to realize, oh, I just wasn't there. No need to regret it. Look at where I'm at now, much better place. I said, well, could you have been a minister at a much younger age instead of doing all the corporate world? Well, then I realized, no, I couldn't. I was too young. I didn't have what I needed to be what I am now. Then I looked at all of the mistakes, hundreds and hundreds, if not thousands of mistakes I've made. You know what? Without those mistakes, I wouldn't have had the learning experience. So it's real interesting. And you see, regret is not about the past. It's about how we keep living it in the present. The past is not the problem. It's us bringing it into the now and letting it control our life experience. The truth. Regret is a mental prison of what ifs and should haves. I should have done that. Oh my God, what if I had done that? What if I listened to that? I should have done that, and what would have happened? You ever done that? God, yes, we have. So today, let's explore to see regret differently. How to free ourselves from its grip and how to reclaim the power of being in the now. You see, regret is the attachment to a story. It clings to the idea that brings should have been different. Things should have been different. Well, no. Can you change the past? Have you ever known anyone that can go back to the past and change it? No. But what you can do, you can change your perception of it. That you have, but you can't change the actual event. You see, the past is unchangeable. And this is really big. It only exists in memory, in story. So the event happens, it's no longer happening. You have a perception about it, a memory about it, emotions you've attached to it. Well, you can change all that. The event can still happen. You can change the perception. You can change the emotions. You can change everything around it. You can rewrite a whole story. I did this with my youth. I made my youth this incredible story of tricking my mom and dad so that I had freedom to do the things they didn't want me to do. Because I was raised by an immigrant Italian woman who was devoutly Catholic, who was raised in Sicily and didn't understand the American society, let alone what it's like to be a teenager in American society. And in order for me to have the experiences like everyone else was having, which I wanted, I had to lie. And I lied a lot. Now, my brother had the same experiences, but he didn't rewrite it. And that anger lived with him the rest of his life. Where I look back and I said, I had a great childhood. I created an adventure. How do I trick mom and dad to get what I want? And I did it. You see, the suffering of an event is not something that's material. The suffering of regret is in the perception of what could have been missed or what might have done differently. And we have to understand it's built in to our psyche until we release the story. But most people refuse to release their story. The Zen truth about this is the past has no power except the power that you keep feeding it. Do you get what I'm saying there? If you're feeding that story, I wish I'd done this, I wish I'd done that, oh my God, I'm so stupid for doing that, you're feeding that. Let it go. It's not who you are. You see, regret is not the past. It's a story you keep telling about the past. And that story can be dropped or changed in any moment. And today might be the best moment to start that. See, let's look at regret as well. It's a teacher. It's not a life sentence. Every regret reveals what you value, because you wouldn't regret something if you didn't value it. So it's a clue. If you regret harsh words, what does that show you? It shows you that you value kindness. If you regret not taking a chance, it shows you value courage. Instead of condemning yourself, use regret as a mirror. What is it pointing you toward now? You did this in the past, so now where would you go with it? Let it point. Let it show you how you can be courageous and how you can embrace your values and move confidently in the direction of what you desire. Regret points to your values. It's not here to punish you, but to show you what you believe truly matters in your life. Another great thing about regret, it dies in the present moment. You can't undo the past, but you can transform your relationship to it, and you can do it right now. The instant you bring your full attention to the now, regret dissolves, because regret cannot exist in the present moment, only if you bring it forward. Choice lives here, in this breath, in this moment, in this now. So what are you going to choose? How are you going to choose? Is it going to be courageous, or are you going to keep choosing the same thing over and over again? Because that'll be a regret later on. Regret cannot survive in the now, because the present is where the choice lives. The present is where you can choose to bring the past in. The present is where you can choose to leave the past behind and choose anew. That's the beauty of freedom. I call that grace. the ability to choose anew in every moment. You see, if you're looking for a cure for regret, forgiveness is the medicine for regret. You see, forgiveness doesn't change the past. It simply changes your relationship to the past. The most important thing is forgive yourself. Remember, you acted from the level of awareness that you had at that time, and so is everybody else doing that. Forgive others because they did it too. They simply forgot the essence of who they are. They acted to the best that they could in that moment. Now that's a cliche, but it's true, because if you knew you could act better, wouldn't you? Wouldn't you? If you knew you could be kinder, wouldn't you? The only reason you wouldn't do that is because you didn't know. When you release blame, regret loses its grip. Whether it's blaming yourself, whether it's blaming others, whether it's blaming an event. A lot of times people blame the weather. Yeah, I have my outdoor wedding planned and it rained. Well, guess what? You can't control rain. You can't control the weather. Release it. Let it go. Forgiveness releases you from regret because neither you nor anyone else could have acted beyond the awareness that you had at that present time of the time that you regret. So what are some practical tools that you can use to deal with this? One, my favorite, reframe. Instead of I should have, say, I learned from that. Look at everything that you regret as a learning experience, but make sure you did learn something. What could you have learned from that? Oh, yeah. I learned that when you break up with someone, don't do it haphazard. Be open, be heart-centered. Today, people are breaking up via text messages. Don't do that. Call the person, get in person, talk to them. Let them know that it's really not them, it's you. Just like Seinfeld, it's not them, it's you. No, what you're saying is, I realize that where I'm at, I'm not a vibrational match with you. And to be in relationship with you right now would be painful and suffering for both of us. And I'm not ready for a relationship of that type. So I choose not to be. Reframe it. What did you learn from it? Release. Do a release ritual. Write down your regrets. Burn them. Tear them up as a symbol of letting go. I do that every year with a burning bowl ceremony. Write down everything that I didn't want, all the negative things, and then I burn them. Watch them disappear because they're just memories. Whenever regret arises, take 3 conscious breaths and ask, what can I choose now? It's that simple. Regret comes up, take 3 conscious breaths to calm you down, to recenter you, and then ask, what can I choose now? Not bringing the regret in and have to suffer. What can I choose now? I'm not that person of the past. Here's an affirmation. I release the past. I choose the present. I create my future. I release the past. I choose my present. I create my future. That's a message on how to live life. We don't need to fix the past to live free. We only need to stop dragging it with us. Put the weight down of regret and step boldly into a life that is waiting for you now. A life without limits. That's the great thing. Unlimited possibility exists right where you are right now. Don't regret later not having stepped into it. In fact, even if you don't step into it, don't regret it later, because it's not going to do you any good. Let it go. Let it go. Let it go. And live in the now. I want to thank you for joining me. If you like this message, share it. Just simply share it with people. Also, go to agapespiritualcenter.com. Check out our calendar, all the events, everything we do. Join us, plug in with us. And while you're there, hit the giving tab and make a donation. Because when you make a donation, we're able to bring this work to greater and greater and greater numbers of people. This work is not about building a church. This work is about empowering each individual to create the life of their dreams, to realize that there is a power in them, working for them, working through them, that will give them what they consciously choose. That's what we do at Agape. We help empower people empower themselves. So with that, it's a great week. Sit down today, spend some time. If there's some regrets, do the work. Neutralize them. What did I learn from them? Thank them, and then let them go.